Welcome to Central Valley Wedding and Special Events. I'm Shara Roderick, and I'm here with Becca Hamilton of the Bridal Collective. Thanks for joining me,
Hi.
Becca.
Thank you.
It's great to have you here.
Great to be here. Thank you.
You offer such a unique service to brides-to-be. Can you tell me a little bit about the Bridal Collective?
Yes, the Bridal Collective, we're a group of bridal wedding vendors, I should say, and what we do is we plan events, the bridal shows, and we have them in different areas. We have an upcoming one here in Fresno on September 23rd at Moravia Wines, and our job is to connect brides with the right vendors. So a lot of times you go to bridal shows and it's just whoever pays the fee gets to be in the show.
And that doesn't necessarily mean they're the right fit for you.
No, and sometimes they're not very experienced either, to be honest.
That's a good point.
So with our business, you have to be experienced. There's an application process that you have to pass.
Interesting, okay.
And we're also an online resource, so brides could come to us and say, I'm looking for this specific type of vendor. I want a band that's like this, and we'll help connect them with the right vendor for their needs. And we even have a new feature coming up next week called Ask the Pros, where if they have a specific little question they just can't find the answer to, they can submit it and we'll pass it on to the right vendor
Oh,
to
that's
get back to
amazing.
them.
Well, it can seem so overwhelming as a bride-to-be trying to figure out just where to go and doing that research.
Yeah.
So I love that you really do that application process. If they're going to one of your events, they know they're getting someone truly experienced.
Yes, we only work with quality.
That's really amazing.
We all have been in the wedding industry for many years. I started off as a wedding photographer myself.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and so I know that's actually all I've done is worked in the wedding industry for my whole adult life, and so I've seen it from all angles, and I know how frustrating it can be for brides when they book the wrong person, because I've heard so many horror stories.
Is that what inspired you to go from the photography aspect to helping people find that right vendor?
Yeah, I mean, it really is, because like I said, so many horror stories. I've had so many brides come to me and say, I want you to shoot some pictures for me now in my dress because I lost all my wedding photos.
Oh, no.
Or I've been at weddings where the caterer has showed up 2 hours late.
Oh,
and
my
you
gosh.
just see these things happen, and it's just heartbreaking. And so, yeah, I just thought, there has to be a better way of doing this.
This is scaring me a little, Becca. I have a wedding myself in October, and, that is a tricky thing, trying to figure out how reliable someone is when you don't really know.
It really is, because there's also ways for them to make themselves appear more reliable online. You hear about the people who steal other photographers' images.
Yes.
And so we also on our blog have things telling you how to interview your vendors, how to make sure they actually are qualified to contact their references.
What a great resource.
Yeah,
so you're really setting those brides up for success, whether they're going to the event or just going on the website.
We're trying. That's our goal.
That's really wonderful. Now tell me a little bit about this event in September. So it's at the winery. Do they get wine?
Well, there should be wine tasting.
Okay. You have to have that.
I think so. It's really a beautiful venue. I'm sure you've been out there.
I have, yes.
Yes, and they have it set up perfectly for weddings, because they have more bathrooms than you normally have at a wedding
Which
venue.
is so important.
It really is. So I mean, we just fell in love with that venue. We thought this is the perfect place, but we're going to have cake tasting and food and some hands-on experiences, and it's really a good time to come out and meet with vendors face to face, because that's also really important. A thing that brides tend to forget is that you have to have a little bit of a rapport with some of your vendors.
Because you're interacting with a lot of these people on your big day, and you want to make sure your personalities work well together.
There's nothing worse than having somebody who really annoys you following you around all day. So
that's a very good point.
It's probably a good idea to meet them in person.
Now, do you recommend buying tickets ahead of time?
I do. The tickets go on sale April 15th.
Okay, so it's coming up.
It is coming up, yes. And I do recommend doing it ahead of time, because we are capping the limit that we will sell, because as some of the bridal fairs you go to, it's packed so tightly.
You kind of feel like cattle moving through.
Yeah, and you can't really have a meaningful conversation. So we are limiting the tickets, also because of limits on parking and everything. It just only makes sense.
Well, it makes it for more of an intimate event anyway, which I think is really nice, and I think it gives people the feeling that they can actually have a full conversation with someone and not just, okay, I'll grab the card and move on. Definitely.
So, but yeah, I would get the tickets as soon as you can, and also just check out the other resources on the website, the blog. The vendors, April 15th is the big launch day when all the vendors go on, and you get to see everything.
How exciting.
And yeah, it's coming up soon.
Okay, so tickets purchased on the website. If by some chance it doesn't sell out, but it kind of sounds like it probably will, but would they be available at the door?
If they don't sell out, they will be available at the door.
Okay.
So yes, you'll be able to check out the website, and it'll keep you updated. And I mean, who knows? I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's still a few months away, but it sounds like you want to get on it and get those tickets as soon as you're able to.
Definitely. Yeah.
Sounds good. Well, Becca, thank you so much for coming on and telling us about the Bridal Collective. It sounds like such a great service that you offer to people.
Well, thank you.
It was great
nice
to have
be
you.
Here. Thank you.